Hello students, myself Dipendra Gupta from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Today I am going to explain some questions which is related to quadrilateral. So first question is given that ABCD is a parallelogram. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Line segment AE and CF bisect angle A. That is AE bisect angle A. It means this angle will be equal to this angle, and CF bisect angle B. CF bisect angle C. That is CF bisect angle C. That means this angle will be equal to this angle. So we have to prove that AE will be parallel to CF. So what is given that ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, angle AEC A therefore this angle will be equal to this angle. That means EAB, this angle will be EAB is equal to half of angle A. That means this angle will be DA angle DAC or EAD. Got it? So this angle, that is EAB, equal to half of angle, because AE is bisect angle A, so half of angle A will be EAD. Now this angle will be equal to this angle. Why? Because CF is angle bisector of angle C. So angle ECF is equal to half of angle C, and half of angle C, that is ECF, will be equal to angle FCB or BCF. Angle BCF. So clearly angle EAB equal to angle ECF. Now ABCD is a parallelogram, so AB is parallel to CD and FC is a transversal. Therefore, this angle will be equal to this angle, that is alternate interior angle. So ECF, that is ECF is equal to this angle, and this angle is CFB or BFC. Angle CFB. Observe this equation. ECF is here and ECF is here. The value of ECF is EAB and ECF is angle CFB. So we can say that therefore EAB is equal to angle CFB. Observe this angle in given parallelogram. EAB, that is this angle, is equal to CFB, that is this angle. That is corresponding angles are equal. Therefore we can say that AE is parallel to CF. That is corresponding angles are equal. So we can say that AE parallel to CF. Got it? So these are corresponding angles. Therefore AE parallel to CF. Proof. Suppose we have two parallel lines and this is a transversal. So this angle will be equal to this angle. So that angle is called corresponding angles. One interior angle is equal to the exterior angle. So these angles are called corresponding angles. This angle is equal to this angle. These angles are also corresponding angles. Got it? So note the video. Write it down. Next question is, the diagonals of a rhombus PQRS intersect at O. If PR is equal to 10 cm and QS is equal to 24 cm, find the length of its sides of rhombus. So here that is a given rhombus, that is PQRS. PQRS, and the diagonal, that is QS and PR, intersect at O. So PR is 10 centimeter, given that, and QS, PR and QS are diagonals, and PR is 10 centimeter, QS is 24 centimeter. We know that diagonal bisect each other at right angle. It means this diagonal bisect each other at right angle. So if we take triangle POQ, so this triangle will be right angle triangle. This angle is also right angle and this is also 90 degree, and this angle is also will be equal to 90 degree. Now take any one of these triangle. I take triangle POQ, in which angle POQ is equal to 90 degree, that is right angle triangle, and in right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So if PR is 10 centimeter, then value of PO, the value of side PO will be equal to half of angle PR, that is 1 by 2 into 10, that is 5 centimeter. So this side will be 5 centimeter. And now find the value of QO, that is half of side QS. It means 1 by 2 into the value of QS is given that 24 centimeter. So we get 12 centimeter. The value of OQ 12 centimeter. So in triangle POQ, that is right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. Then we get in opposite sides of 90 degree is called hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse PQ is square. The square of hypotenuse will be equal to the square of the base, the sum of the square of the base and perpendicular. So base is OQ square plus PO square. So put the value of OQ, that is 12 centimeter, 12 to the power 2, and the value of PO is 5 centimeter, that is 5 to the power 2. Then we get 144 plus 25, that is 169. So PQ square is equal to 169, that is 30 to the power 2. So square and square will be cancelled out. Then we get PQ is equal to 13 centimeter. So we can say that the sides of rhombus will be equal to 13 centimeter. That is your final answer. Pause the video and note it down. Now next question is given that ABCD is a rhombus. It is given that ABCD is a rhombus and diagonal AC. So join the vertices, opposite vertices to each other, then we get diagonal AC. So diagonal AC is equal to the side BC. So you have to tell what kind of triangle ABC. What type of triangle ABC? So in this question, given that in triangle ABC we have AC is equal to AB, that is given, and AB is equal to BC. Why? Because ABCD is a rhombus and we know that in rhombus all sides are equal, so that's why AB will be equal to side BC. AB equal to BC. Reason is that property of rhombus. So AC is equal to AB and AB is equal to BC. So we can say that therefore AB is equal to BC is equal to AC. It means all sides are equal. It means all sides are equal in triangle ABC. Therefore, in any triangle, if all sides are equal, so such types of triangle is called equilateral triangle. So therefore, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. So triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. You have to solve such types of problem in this manner. Got it? So pause the video and note it down. So thank you so much for watching this video. In next video, I will explain the question of exercise 4.2. So in next video, I will explain exercise 4.2. I will explain only difficult questions of exercise 4.2. So and miscellaneous exercise you have to do at your home. That will be your homework. So thank you so much.